All right, we're back in the live chat now.
Hello.
We lost you guys.
Anybody?
I think my computer touched the wrong button.
Is there anyone home?
Yeah, there's a notification. I just got the
Come
notification here
on,
live.
come on.
Yeah, we are back. Yeah, it worked. Okay, cool.
We got lost in the sauce somehow there.
We got lost. We got lost. Our shrimp cursed us.
Had to see them shrimp again.
I know. I won't do that no more.
Quit plugging for your damn online store.
Quit plugging for Rose Aquatics, damn it. I gotta quit plugging.
Wait for political business.
Shut up. I'm your co-pilot. I gotta get a plug every now and again.
Stop. Wow.
There.
Killing me.
We're back. I'm sorry. I must have hit a button and I couldn't retrieve the live stream, so we had to start a new one.
A new road show.
No.
No, this is kind of the road show.
No, it ain't. This is totally, and this ain't even Fish Fam. Fish Fam don't even have to be in here.
This is totally pointless bunch of bullshit. You know,
this is just a fun stream to have fun and blow some steam.
Shit.
Talk about controversial shit, but I'll go here. We can
be
do
like
that.
all of us sitting in the den around the wet bar together, having a drink and shooting the shit about whatever.
This is the bullshit stream. We can sit here and bullshit. We don't have.
We can talk about fish.
We can. I mean, but if you have a question or something about fish and you need to ask me, and we're in a Massey report, feel free to ask. It's cool. We allow all kinds of shit up in here, don't we?
I allow anything.
I know. Just no religion and politics.
That's the only thing. No religion.
I did bring up
all that.
I brought up the absentee ballot thing, doing it in the mail.
I heard you.
But the reason I brought that up is because those of us shipping fish, we don't need to do it right now.
Political.
No, it ain't political.
No, actually, here's the deal.
It'll delay our
shipments. The United States Postal Service has been sorry as fuck for many years. Everybody knows that. I've told her to go with somebody else for shipping, even if it costs a little more.
Nobody could pay $50 for a $10 shipping.
Then don't. Never mind. Anyway.
But what I'm saying,
really,
the only reason why I brought that up is because right now people are doing the absentee ballots and they're sending them in, right?
Right.
Well, that's more important than your priority shipment of fish.
Believe that.
So, I mean, if you're shipping fish right now, because of that, I would hold off. And I should have thought about that Monday, but I wasn't thinking. And there's a few shipments been delayed now because of it.
The way all that shit gets handled and sorted, I don't think it makes a bit of difference. You're talking about a paper ballot and a box.
It don't matter, Red.
Yes, it does fucking matter, bro. Yes, it does.
What I'm saying is they're going to have, if they need more room in the truck for ballots than boxes, guess what? Your box ain't going in there. Those ballots are.
You could probably put every fucking ballot for this county in one UPS truck in 10 boxes, bro.
The absentee ballots ain't normal. It's not the normal amount because of the virus. More people are doing absentee ballots.
Agree to disagree.
You're not even making
sense.
No,
I'm telling you, I don't think that matters. Is what I'm telling you. I don't think that matters at all.
I think it does, and I think you're crazy if you don't. But anyway. What's up, Bates and Genetics? Yes, we lost everybody at first.
Yes, we did.
I'm saying probably better off to wait till after those absentee ballot bullshit.
I mean, I ain't saying you're wrong. I mean, totally wrong, but I'm just saying I don't really think that's...
If you had a normal amount of absentee ballots, it'd be one thing, but since this virus is going on and you've got most people voting that way, you're going to have boxes and boxes of those absentee ballots. It's going to go in a van before a box of fish will.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And when you add up all those paper envelopes, it actually adds up to be a lot more than what you normally would have. It's all I'm saying.
Do you really think that damn shipment Chubbs tried to send us a month ago had anything to do with that?
No, it didn't.
Absolutely. So
and neither did Lance. But now that's a different topic. And the reason why I think they do it is because, like I was saying in my live stream, I don't know if you caught that part, but there's been a lot of, and I don't mean to say irresponsible, but a lot of breeders who's had shipments leaking or in other packages. So the U.S. Postal Service don't want to deal with us.
Well,
because we ruin other people's packages
when they're leaking. I don't know why, but it seems like to me that our stuff that's going south of here, south of Nashville or south of Knoxville,
It's kind of fucked up.
it's kind of fucked up. If we send it out west or up north,
It's
it
okay.
usually goes pretty good. Now that stuff to Jesse on HC Aquatic is different because
Yeah,
that
he
was
went to
always in
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
I never shipped to
They
Hawaii.
were darters. They're very fragile. So that was a whole different thing. But normally, if it's going south, I worry about it here in
I do
where we
now.
send it. I do. I worry
Because
about
we're having trouble getting shipments for, and see, Chubb's in Louisiana, Lance is in Georgia, and it's south of us. And receiving shipments and shipping stuff to the south has been kind of a clusterfuck lately, and I don't know why. But I'm thinking maybe the absentee ballot has something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. But when it comes to political shit like that, I mean, we're not talking politics. We're talking shipping, and politics is influencing shipping right now. So that's the only reason why I'm talking about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about politics. So he's getting on to the kids. The kids are acting up downstairs. I wish our kids were the kids that would listen, and do as told instead of waiting till our back's turned to do something. I think it's only natural for kids to wait till their parents' back's turned to do something. But how do you discipline a kid to where they listen to you 24/7 without like abusing them somehow or beating them? Because we need that kind of discipline. And we're not. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid, aren't you? Discipline. We're talking about kids and discipline and I am, but
what do you mean?
well, like, there's some kids out there, that you can say, sit on this couch, watch your tablet or watch TV and don't get up and be a good kid. And they'll do exactly that. And then there's some kids that wait till your back's turned and they go crazy. And we got the latter. We got the kids that wait till your back's turned and we're into all kinds of shit. And I said, I wonder those kids that really listen and do good like that, I wonder if they're getting like beat or something, or if there's a certain kind of discipline that we're not knowing about because we're afraid to whip our kids because DCS is knocking on our door for all kinds of stupid shit. I'm not kidding you. DCS said I had marijuana because my kids seen my fish food. Given it does look a little bit like marijuana when you break it up, but I mean, come on, give me a break.
Nice.
That's all right.
Let me tell you, but if they came looking for my marijuana, they won't find it. So, I mean.
But the thing is you got to be careful. And, they actually asked us, I can't believe she asked us this shit, but oh yeah, you know what I'm going to say.
You know who the first one to speak to was?
Yeah, so, okay, he's been in federal prison. He's been on federal probation, and he had to do piss tests all the time. And let me tell you, federal drug tests are a lot different.
They stand and look at your peckers while you pay for them.
And anyway, she had the audacity to ask us if we'd take a drug test. I said, ma'am, I'm not taking a fucking drug test because every time I've been in court, I told them I'd offered to take a drug test and they would never do it. I ain't taking one now. Fuck you.
Here was my instant reply. If I don't remember correctly, if I'm not right, correct me. Abso-fucking-lutely not, I think is what I told her. I said, I've not been charged with anything.
Yeah.
I've not been court ordered to do anything. I'm not on probation. I'm not on any kind of goddamn trouble. And
let me tell you
I'm not
something.
pissing for
this
you.
This state ain't legal for marijuana yet. And
it don't matter if it was or
it's for some goddamn stranger to come in your house to ask you to take a damn drug test. Well, what if you did use marijuana recreationally? Fuck you. If the judge asked me to take it, it's one thing, but some bitch just come in, well, I'm from DCS and I've heard about a claim. It's all bullshit, but we're going to make you drug test. No.
Well, do you know what the judge asked? He asked if I smoked it, and she told him yes, he does. You know what the judge said? Well, he needs to quit. We never denied my use. I'm not pissing for them people. I can tell them what they
don't smoke weed around the kids.
I can tell them what they will find in my system. If they don't believe that, they can F off unless they're going to put me in jail and make me give them pills.
But we ain't been charged with nothing. And I had talked to a lawyer, and the lawyer said, what can you tell them that's going to help you at all?
Don't talk to them anymore.
Don't even let them in your house. Don't talk to them or nothing, because the truth is they're not there to help you.
They're here to try to build
They're
a
here
case.
to try to build a case and find something on you. And let me tell you, if your house is just a little messy, they're going to use it against you. If you ain't got the right amount of canned food in your house, they're going to use it against you. If you smoke cigarettes, they're going to use it against you. If whatever it is, The less government you had in your life, the better.
What was it you said? I'm not here to judge. Oh, well, yes,
Yeah,
I
you
know
are.
The minute
Yeah,
you
you
walk in my
are. The
door,
minute
you're
you walk
judging
in my
me.
door, you're the judge.
Actually, before they walk in your door, they look at the outside furniture home. And this looks like the jungle around here right now, guys.
Because with the tubbing and
Well,
shit, but not because
Bad, and I've not been
drugs.
able to weed eat this year like normal because of my neck is so bad now.
It looks like shit outside.
And it looks like shit out there. That's going to
It's
be my first
embarrassing.
video on the Massey Report. Welcome to the jungle out here. I'm going to show you around, and then I'm fixing to get somebody down here to get it weed eating and get it cleaned up before I have the surgery on the 18th. They moved that ahead to the 18th
Yeah, I
because of
gotta change my
coronavirus
birthday.
and backlog.
That's hard. That's Kara's birthday.
Anyway, I'm cool with that because I ain't really dreading it any damn way. But
Thank you, Scott.
Scott's constantly dropping it.
Well, you know what? All my exes have to do is say, hey, she's on drugs. She's abusing the kids. Boom. They're knocking on my door. It don't matter what he says is bullshit. All he has to do is say it. That's the point. All a kid has to do is say is, well, my parents beat me. All of a sudden, it don't matter if you're a good parent or a bad parent. You're automatically a bad parent in their eyes. They're coming to your house. They're doing this. They're doing that. Fuck them.
Well, and let me give you another example of shit. About a year ago,
the judge told me to whoop their ass.
One of our children came home after a visit with his father with a handprint bruise on the side of his face where his daddy had slapped him.
Got drunk and slapped him.
So roll call to DCS, and they investigated, and they substantiated it because he said, yeah, he done it. You know what he told them? Well, I lost my temper. It won't happen again. They ordered parenting classes that he never took. It's just
supervised visitation. They never supervised.
Come down here because Alex slapped and kicked our.
My oldest son. Okay, here's the story. Okay, my oldest son was out of control. He knocked his little sister to the ground. And I was chewing his butt out, and in the middle of that chewing, he decided to get up and slap me across the face. And when he did, all I seen was red, and I was ready to light into him. But before I could, he decided to also drop kick me in the stomach. I've got about 4 hernias right here in my stomach area, and he drop kicked me in my stomach. And I had to sit down for like an hour and quit hurting. And I said, when I'm able, I'm gonna whip your ass for that shit. I ain't gonna tolerate it. And when I was able to actually stand up and everything, I went and had Rhett. I said, go pick me a switch, and I switched his legs. Oh my God, DCS is knocking on my door because it wasn't on his bottom. It was
when
on
his
the back
daddy
of his
picked him up, he went from here straight to the police
station and then to DCS. And this is not the first time he's did this shit.
Did you see that picture she showed me? The bruising on his leg.
That was not bruising. That was red marks.
Little old red marks on his leg. Man.
And I barely whipped him too.
If I'd ever kicked or slapped my mama, my daddy would have beat my fucking brain.
They'd tell you to bring the hearse to the house.
My daddy would have beat my brain.
Look, my mama used to get drunk and beat me and verbally abuse me. And that's why I really kind of have a thing against alcohol. But I realized it ain't the alcohol, it's just the person. And alcohol brings out the person's personality, whether it's good or bad. And my grandma used to get drunk and beat me and call me names. And, you know, she would sober up and say, oh, I was drunk. You can't, you know, you got to forget about that. You got to forgive me for that. I was drunk. It wasn't me. Well, no, I don't have to forgive you because it hurt me, you know, and that's no excuse. And it was just like, okay, I'm going to be a jackass, and I've got free license to hurt anybody I want to, and then I could blame it on alcohol and say, oh, well, don't hold it against me. Well, that's bullshit. You're responsible for your actions, drunk or sober. It don't matter. And I didn't buy into that bullshit. And one day we got into it, and I came home from school, and then all of a sudden I was a whore, I was a bitch, I was everything, and she's cussing me out, and I made a stand. I had enough, and I told her, I said, and my mother used to beat me. I looked at her and I said, she called me a bitch. I said, no, you're the bitch. And then she came after me. She was ready to kill me, and she actually had a knife in her hand. And I wrestled her to the ground. I still didn't hit my fucking mama, even though she was a drunk, even though she beat me, even though she verbally abused me. That's my mama. I'm not going to fucking hit her, you know. And I wrestled her to the ground until Daddy got home. And she threatened to send me off. And I told Daddy what happened. And Daddy was sober. You know, he wasn't a drunk. And we left. But the point is that, you know, I've been really abused. And for someone to accuse me of abusing my kids, I know what it feels like to be fucking abused. I've been domestically abused. My ex-husband used to beat the fuck out of me. My parents not parents, my grandmother who raised me beat the fuck out of me. I know what real abuse looks like. And so when you come in my fucking home asking me to take a drug test, saying I'm abusing my fucking kids, we got a big damn problem because that ain't fucking abuse. If you want to see abuse, go back 20 fucking
Here,
years.
I had to take this away from your daughter. She's about 50% of that.
Oh, she's about to hit him with it. She's a little violent. She takes up her mama. She likes to fight.
And so there goes all that shit you just said out the window. Now hush.
She's got a temper. She got a temper from hell, and I know where she gets it. And she don't get it from you. I wish she did, but you're such a
Them
loving.
looks she gets from me. She'll go.
She's got the massy looks, but she's got the turpin temper. Let me tell you, she's
She'll go.
You piss her off, man. You piss her off, she'll put her hands on her hip and look at you like go to hell. She don't give a shit whether she gets her ass busted.
She means a snake.
She'll say, "I was mad. I hit him." I said, "Why'd you hit him?" "I was mad.
I'm mad.
I'm mad.
I'm mad.
He made me mad." She came in the other day, played. She goes, "Well, I shit my pants." And I said, "What'd you say?" She said, "I shit my pants." I'm like, "No, Ari, you don't say that." But damn, I mean, there's actually real abuse out there, and for someone to say that I abuse my kids is really, you know, if I had slapped or hit my mama, and all I got was a switching, if that's all I got, I'd have been fucking lucky. And we had a rule in my house. I don't give a fuck what your mama done. I don't give a fuck if she's a whore. You don't hit your fucking mama. You don't go there. You don't do that shit. And I knew better, but I knew if I did it, I'd get the fuck beat out of me by a sober person
What's your
saying,
mouth?
"Don't hit your mama."
This is the Massey Report. Such cuss.
It is the
will not be tolerated.
Massey Report. I'm cuss phones.
Will not be
This
tolerated.
is the shit I can't say on my streams.
Yeah. The real road. That's what I should have named it. The real road.
I'm for real.
And let me tell you guys something.
100%.
All jokes aside. You might not agree with everything I do or say or whatever, my habits or my whatever, but I don't really give a fuck. That's why I have this channel. It's for people just like me. They don't care what anybody else thinks. It's not.
Well, I just want to know, how the fuck do you discipline kids to make them? Now, look, I've got a daughter at 16, man.
Tell me how.
I've got a daughter at 16, okay, that is made of gold. This kid
Good kid.
gets straight A's. She's damn near perfect. And I'm not gloating. I mean, she don't even live with me. She just comes sees me every now and again. My sister basically raised her. I was 19 when I had her. I was a kid still when I had my first kid, and she's 16 now, and she'll come to the house. She's got her head on straight, man. This kid's going to go places. She's good at softball. And, I'm sitting here thinking, how do I replicate that? Because I got two of Bebe's kids fucking over here, causing all kinds of hell into everything, like I used to be. I used to be, oh God, I was bad. I was really bad, but I don't know, maybe it's your environment,
Yeah, possible.
Because she's in a very good environment. My
I'm
sister's
gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, environment has really. My parents were the best parents in the world.
and you ended up in federal prison.
And I ended up in federal prison. So, I mean, my father was a Shriner and a Mason.
My parents sucked.
My mother retired as the manager of the high school cafeteria.
I had a fucked up childhood, though.
Had great, took me to Disney World, took me on vacations every year. I mean,
And you never was molested or beat or anything.
No.
See, I was molested. I was abused. I wasn't molested by my parents, but they used to rent out trailers and shit.
now
where
I
lived.
fucked up all of mine.
Yeah. Well, okay, my parents used to rent out trailers and shit around here. And what kids see is what kids do, and I realize that now, but there's a couple teenagers living here.
Chubb.
I love Chubbs.
I love my buddy Chubb, man.
Hey, you know what? Okay, look, they rented out these trailers, and there's these teenagers here that had a little brother, and they thought it would be fun.
I am too lean, Chubbs. I am. I really am.
They thought it would be funny if me and him performed sexual acts when he was like 4 or 5 years old. And going through high school with this kid,
Get off this shit.
it
please.
was a small town, and go, well, it's just shit people want to hear.
Please stop.
But
I don't want to hear.
going through high school and stuff and seeing the same kid, we knew what happened, but we didn't say anything. It was kind of weird, but I had a fucked up childhood, and I don't think I turned out that fucked up. Do you?
No, actually, Ro, I think you're pretty damn successful. You've done about anything you ever set your mind to doing. You want to start your degree in law. You got your pre-law. You already have your pre-law degree, graduated with honors. You tried to do this YouTube thing and your online e-commerce business. I think you're doing pretty good with that. I think everything's going fine. You're pretty successful in anything you set your mind
And guys, I've got a lot of shit against me too. You don't even realize. I've got if I was to go to work at McDonald's today, I could bring home maybe $2.50 an hour. $2.50
No, we
an hour.
figured it was like 70.
78
A dollar
cents.
is like $1.72 an hour by the time
Child support.
child support got done with it. They can take 51%. That's before taxes. So then you get that.
You
taken
get
off,
taxed on top of
still
what
get
you
taxed
made.
on top of what you made.
So, like,
That
here's the
comes
thing.
off and
So, if you made $200 that week, the child support unit says, okay, we're taking 51% at $200. Well, that's $202. So, $102. So they take $102 out, but the federal government says, well, we're going to tax you on the $204 you fucking made. So, what happens is child support takes their 51% out. You get taxed 21% on top of what you really made, your gross amount, not before they took it out. So you got to pay taxes out of the other 49% that's remaining. You bring home about $1 and something an hour. So if I went to work somewhere, I'd make $1 something an hour, and that means if I can get a job without a driver's license, because they pulled my license to be a barber, they pulled my license to everything, to drive, to catch fish, to everything. Any state license I hold is invalid because I got hurt, I got behind on my child support, and now I'm state enemy number fucking one. I'm a deadbeat dad, according to them. So,
anyhow, are you done ranting them?
Fuck no, I ain't done ranting. I can rant.
BCS and all that
Look,
shit.
if it can help somebody else, I don't mind take time to do it.
We'll do it on the road show.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can.
It's a professional channel. We made this to be an unprofessional channel. What's a topic you'd like to discuss? Let's get off.
I'm more into bashing the fucking federal government, but anyway.
There we go. Let's do it then.
Please, boy. Eon's here.
Ayo?
Eon.
Eon, as Father Fish says.
What you other read it? Eon.
Well, I'm not lazy. I'm actually a very fucking hard worker, but I'm not about to go to work for $1.50 an hour. Fuck that shit. I can't. If I go to work and I can't support my family that lives here, then I ain't doing it.
It's honestly ridiculous, guys. I'm not shitting you. It's like,
and I get a summons to come to court every 3 months.
If she had to like pay child care, like daycare, while she wouldn't work,
I couldn't pay daycare. I can't pay daycare
and pay child support. She couldn't pay daycare because they don't consider that a deduction.
I don't get to claim my children on taxes. I don't get to claim them on food stamps.
She didn't get a stimulus check because she owed back child support. Like she's not struggling like everybody else.
No, I'm in the good. But see, even if you owe back taxes, you get a stimulus check. If you owe child support, you don't get shit.
You don't get
nothing.
One.
And that's fucked up because you're subhuman at that point. They're treating you as if it is a debtor's prison, and that's supposed to be fucking illegal. But I'm telling you, it exists, man. And all you have to do is piss an ex off, or even divorce one.
It's almost a virtual prison. It's like the way they take your license and take your taxes and do this and do that. It's almost like
it's a financial prison.
But it's a financial prison. You're locked.
They make it to where you can't make any money. And I've got 2 kids that live with me full time. How am I supposed to support them?
And I'm about to file disability because of my neck, and I'm like, God damn now.
And I have to file for disability because of child support.
And I can only claim Ari.
Yeah.
Is my daughter, so I'm like, God damn.
It's just a clusterfuck. And, that's why I'm going to law school, is to help other people in my situation. And the best advice I can give anybody that owes that child support might be in the same situation is file for disability. They can't touch you for 18 months. Because if you're ever in a contempt charge for saying you're able to work and you can't, but file disability, then they can't touch you. And it's a fucked up thing to have
Lee
to
is
do.
making fun of me, bro. Don't let him make fun.
Are you
of
making
me.
fun of my man, Lee?
He is. He's making fun of me.
Oh, he said, let's talk about.
I'll bet Chubbs didn't miss a fucking word I said, Lee. I bet you $1.
You know,
he
coon
missed a
ass
word I
Chubbs
said.
understand every word.
Chubbs
we say.
understood every word I said.
Yeah, well, Lee ain't in Louisiana, so
He's not in fucking East Tennessee either.
basically, Brett said, "Fuck the federal government, fuck the local government, and fuck everybody that don't like us." Basically,
Guys, I'm sorry I'm negative toward the government,
I'm not.
but honestly,
I hate the fucking government.
when they drug me in a federal courtroom in front of a federal judge and sentenced me to federal prison for being an addict, I had a problem with it.
Why is that hot? Keep coming on.
I've always had Arya's wine,
That little shithead.
the Princess of Bose, an elfin queen. And didn't Lee tell you?
No.
Yes, he did the other night.
You know, I've been translating on a rant. I can't help
An
myself.
Eflin queen. She's an Eflin queen.
Nephilim
An
queen.
Eflin queen. You knew that already because he asked you how it was spelled.
Shut up.
And you told him it was A-I-A-R-I.
No, that was from the movie.
And he said that she is an Eflin queen.
My oldest son named our youngest daughter. I got 4 kids, and by the time I had my 4th one, I'm like, fuck it, y'all pick the name.
Chubb said he did understand. I knew it.
Yeah.
So Lee, get a fucking Southern dialect
I did.
dictionary,
I don't
not
think-
an English
I don't think
dictionary.
Google's got that on
A
translate yet.
Southern, that may be my fortune, waiting right there in fucking front of me.
Google
That
Translate.
could be my goddamn fortune right
Oh shit. Steven says, Ro, when you finish the stream, we need to talk poulters and other stuff. And Rhett, you may hate me being a federal employee, but I like y'all a
there.
lot.
Oh no, hey,
Yeah.
I've been listen.
Look, if you get in trouble, go federal. That's the way to
Honestly,
go.
until I
They
got in
treat you
trouble.
nice.
No, Stephen, until I got in trouble,
They treat you nice.
I worked at Y12 National Laboratory, K25, X10, all these new. I've been a government employee all my life. I don't mind that a bit. Doesn't bother me at all. But when I went to federal prison, I lost my Q clearances for K25, Y12, X10. I lost all of them.
Well, hey, I had to plead.
TVA now even.
I had to plead down from a felony charge to a misdemeanor of destruction of government records, and I've never had access to government records. So I can't get a government job now.
It's ridiculous, but I understand. No, I don't mind. Believe me, I've been a government employee, Steve. All my life. If you weren't around here where we live, you didn't have much of a life. I mean, there's not a lot of opportunity around here. If you can't work for TVA or Oak Ridge National Laboratory, not much around here. I can't see that, guys. I'm sorry. I can't see shit over there.
Okay. Yeah. You're probably running low. Here's your name.
Oh no, Stephen. Really, I've worked at Oak Ridge National Lab. I had the Q clearance.
We do like federal people. When the federal,
I like that.
when he was on federal probation,
They were the best.
they were the nicest people you'd ever fucking meet. And you talk about a government that don't judge. These motherfuckers are nice. They'll get you a hamburger that you want going on your way to fucking prison.
When the
They're
U.S.
nice.
Marshals got us, me and my buddy that morning, there were 19 of them came and arrested me. They don't play. Anyway, they loaded me up and they took me to the federal building in Knoxville.
I still ain't got your number, Steven. Sorry.
And on the way up there, we got into West Knoxville. I don't know how much you guys know about I-40, but we got into West Knoxville. And that one U.S. Marshal turned around and told me and that guy that was with me, he said, we're going to stop up here and get a burger. You guys hungry? And I said, yeah, man. I said, hell, I hadn't eaten 3 days. I've been on those damn pills. Really, I hadn't eaten for like 3 days. I said, yeah, starving to death. He said, I said, I ain't got no money. He said, hell, dude, I'll buy it. And he said, this will be the last McDonald's you'll be getting for a long time. I didn't think a lot about that. And about a week later, when I talked to my court-appointed federal attorney, to take a whole different attorney, I said, what about me getting a home confinement or something like that to a trial? He looked at me and he said, buddy, he said, we got a lot of really important shit to be talking about. without talking about something that is not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I didn't see daylight or home again for 4 years.
He was stuck in Coleman, Florida for 4 years
800 miles from home. Didn't know a soul.
and stuck in federal prison. But let me tell you something, that prison had libraries. You could get a degree if you wanted to. It had theater systems. It had everything. It had everything you could fucking imagine. State prisons
Putt,
are
tennis,
dirt.
golf.
Okay,
Oh, not
look.
golf. Putt, and tennis and
Let me tell you
basketball.
something. These
Soccer.
state prisons
Women.
are horrible.
All right, guys.
Are you?
I'll do with you in a minute. Go.
You know better. But yeah, state prisons suck ass. And see, I was convicted of a felony false report, and I had to plead down, which I wasn't guilty. But here in Tennessee, that don't matter. If you got a number of witnesses that says otherwise, they can lie and say whatever. But I had to plead down from a
Good
felony.
job, Lee.
I had to plead down from a felony charge to a misdemeanor on that, and it's destruction of government records. And I was in the carpenters union. I could never get a job, even though it's a misdemeanor. I could never get a job at Y12 because of that, because it's called destruction of government property and records. I could never work at a facility now, and that's where you make your money here. If you ain't working at one of those facilities, you're not making money.
When the feds were booking me in Knoxville, that one FBI agent, he was on the computer, and they had me sit there, and then 3 or 4 of them sitting around talking about what they were going to have for lunch. And he said, what about his background? And the guy said, we don't need his background. He had a Q clearance Oak Ridge. We know all about him. They knew all about me any damn way.
I went to work for the carpenters union, and I had a job down at Watts Bar nuclear facility, and I couldn't get badged in because of this goddamn charge. And it's all because of divorce. I'm telling you, don't get married, prenup that shit. Don't do it. I've been through 3 marriages and 3 divorces. Look, we live together just fine. We love each other, but me and him both like the fact that we're not married, that we can fucking say bye whenever the fuck we want to. That's freedom right there.
But
we love each other.
We love each other.
We stick together.
I ain't gonna let her make me leave.
Hey, I kicked him out like 20 times.
Oh yeah.
I would tell him to come back. I mean, he's not a bad dude. I've been with bad dudes, and he's not a bad dude.
I'm a good daddy.
Yeah. And I guess I got more of a criminal aspect.
Stephen, there's really not anything you can do. That's federal law. That's FBI. I have a federal conviction.
Could he come, like, since he's got that federal conviction, let me ask you this, Stephen. Whenever y'all do those tours, I'm sure you would have to have some kind of clearance for somebody.
A security, a high level.
A security clearance. Could he actually, would he be able to come on the trip, basically, is what I'm asking. With him being in federal prison, he's off his probation. He's the only one.
It's been cleared.
Everything's been done. He's good. He can probably get his gun rights back now. But
well, they say you can, or you can. This is what my probation officer told me. She said, Rhett, she said, I know you're not. She said, you don't have any violence in your criminal history.
He's not a violent person.
She said, you're not a violent person. She said, you live in East Tennessee, and hunting is a way of life. She said, if that comes in front of me, I would recommend it.
I got the gun. I
she
keep
said,
him locked up.
you have to apply. She said, I can't guarantee you get him. You need to try, because she said, honestly, you deserve it.
And here's the beauty of it. She looked right at him and said, does she have a felony charge? Can she own weapons? And
no, she don't have a felony.
I can own weapons. And she said, there you go. Just keep them locked up.
Locked up, guys.
Yeah, locked up.
She was
and so
very cool. She knew I wasn't
man.
a violent person. You kick my goddamn door in, I'll shoot you. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Believe that.
You know
That's
it.
the way that goes.
You know it.
Judged by 12 and carried by 6.
And let me tell you something. The police used to protect and serve. They don't do that no more. They don't protect and serve. They're not here for that. They're here to serve the hand.
Papers.
Papers. Here to serve papers. Your ass got to be in court this time. I had court 3 times last month, man. 3 fucking times last month, and I got to go again on the 13th. What is today? Am I supposed to be in court today? I mean, goddamn. If I'm going to be in court this fucking much, I might as well.
And I'm going to be in court on the 25th.
Yeah.
For a second offense DUI, driving on revoked and implied consent. Not a good situation.
No. Because in the state of Tennessee, they decided to, because used to they had a law to where they could only go back 10 years. They did away with
That's right,
that.
Chubb.
They did away with that.
I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Any
Believe
fucking day
that
of the week.
any day of the goddamn week.
Federal government ever made a law we can't own firearms. Your ass won't stay
Yeah.
me in this country. I'll take my
Don't take
firearms
shit
and
away
fucking
from
go.
me now.
Now, I mean, I'm not a prepper or anything like that, but let me tell you something. If it happened in Germany, it could fucking happen here. All you need is the right people in the right fucking places. But if they ever fucking say, I'm here to take your goddamn guns, run.
Hey, Chubb,
Run.
please don't understand what I was saying. Explain to him kind of our jury system here in the United States has 12 juries and
You get
6 pallbearers. You know, it kind of
if you go to the grand jury, like okay, you have a trial by your peers. It's 12 people. That's decided between 2 lawyers
and a judge.
And a judge, and you get to pick out of a panel of like 60 or 70. You get 12 jurors that sit there, and they're a jury of your peers, just normal people.
Neighbors, supposedly, people from your community.
And they judge you. And whatever their verdict is what matters. So, like, whenever I go to court over some dumb bullshit, I usually bound it over to the grand jury. The grand jury says there's not enough evidence for us to hear this fucking case. We got bigger fish to fry. Fuck it. And
we got fucking murders and everything else over here. We're not listening to this damn case.
And that's what most lawyers do. They pay a couple of grand too. They go in there and they say, let's bound it over to the grand jury. And there's 2 people you don't lie to. That's your doctor and your lawyer. But I've been in the system long enough now to know, okay, this is what's going to happen on August 13th. I'm going to walk in the courtroom. I'm in contempt of court because I ain't going to pay my child support. They're going to ask me if I want an attorney, and I've got an option to say yes or no. If I say yes, they have to give me more time. They're going to give me more time, and I'm going to file for disability. When I go in there, I'm going to say I filed for disability. You can't hold me in contempt because I don't have the capacity to work. They're going to say, well, that takes 18 months. You're going to have to come back in 2 months and let us know how it goes, blah, 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 blah.
Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, cool.
I wouldn't think it would be a high level. Actually, if I didn't have this damn DUI pending right now, the guy at the Union Hall told me that he could put me to work in a heartbeat at Oak Ridge. But I've got a pending charge. You can have any kind of disposal. As long as it's been disposed of, you're okay. But having a pending charge, if you're working up there and you get a DUI, until it gets disposed of,
and that could take years.
And that could take a couple of years until it gets disposed of. Your ass will not work up there.
But you can work at the steam plants, the coal plants. You can work at them.
If you're working, you cannot work any nuclear plant, and that's anymore. That's the deal.
Nuclear,
especially around here, we created the atomic bomb,
we did.
Did right here at Oak Ridge, Tennessee, where the nuclear bomb came from. Atomic bomb came from
Los Alamos,
Oak Ridge, New Hampshire, New River, Mass.
Yeah, this place is full of scientists, man. I mean, if you do your research and your history, this place is pretty goddamn active. And
yeah, Chubbs, I'm the same way. I'll give it to them bullets first.
Yeah, they ain't gonna come get my guns. I'm gonna die. My kids are gonna die with me.
My kids will die with me on that one.
I'm not gonna let them suffer. I'll shoot my kids and then shoot you motherfuckers before you get my guns.
Not taking my guns.
Nope.
Not gonna
because if you take my guns, there's nothing left for my kids but misery.
How do I protect my family then? How do I take care of them kids?
That's why they take your guns so you
I'll
can.
take my guns.
And I'm not going to trust the government. I'm not going to be so goddamn blind and say, "Here's my guns. I trust you."
No, that's
fuck
not
that.
happening. That's not even. I know.
There's a thing called Nazi Germany. Look it fucking up, and that's exactly what fucking happens.
I'll take them right up here and bury them in the woods first. They're not getting my gun.
They ain't get my shit.
They ain't getting my gun.
You can make one out of carbon fiber now. You can do a 3D laser printer. Make
and any feds that they're listening to, I don't have any guns here. She does in the lockbox.
Yes, I do. Easy, accessible, and I will shoot
your
fucking ass.
I don't touch them.
Mama don't miss when I ain't.
Mama don't miss. Mama's a good shot.
I'm a good fucking shot, and I'll shoot your fucking ass. I'll shoot your ass and then ask questions later. I ain't playing that bullshit. Oh, let them have fun, Daddy. Brett.
That ain't his face. It's her.
I know. Let them have fun.
Calm down, baby. You got these. You need to, or you need to, I know, you need to, you need to.
Yeah, fuck that. I've got a Second Amendment right. And you know why it's there? Do you know why the Second Amendment's there? I said I wouldn't talk politics. It's there to protect your fucking ass. And everybody that's against fucking guns, let me tell you something. If fucking the government collapsed because of COVID, if it fucking collapsed and we didn't have nothing, guess whose houses I'm going to? I'm going to the people that believe that I'm going to the people's houses that don't believe in the Second Amendment. I'm going to the fucking people's houses I know that ain't got fucking guns and I'm taking their shit. That's exactly what they'll do to us. And if you fucking relinquish your guns, you're relinquishing your rights to protect any fucking thing you have. Your kids, your family, your food, every fucking thing. I hate government.
Yeah, Stephen, I don't try to get into the politics a whole lot or anything, but now my Second Amendment is something that to me, it's really not a political thing because it's just a way of life. I grew up.
Man, you take our guns, you're taking away our legacy. That's our life.
My grandfather taught me how to squirrel hunt when I was 7 years old with a 22
Man, I had to shoot my own goddamn animals. We didn't believe in vets and shit when I was little.
And let me tell you,
we had to shoot our own fucking animals.
If my family got really hungry enough, I'll step right up here in the woods and shoot them as a squirrel. Or I'll kill that damn big doe that comes out in my backyard every morning. But I want to know that I can do that. And it's wrong, I think, taking away from people.
I'm going to go set them down.
Yeah, you probably need to handle this one.
I got paid.
You got paid. Give her a hug.
I got paid late.
Give her a hug.
Give me a hug. She's got a list, but it's so funny. She goes, look at my worms. Brutus, you're just sitting here taking it in.
Absolutely, Stephen. Just control government. You're taking over.
Face, come here. Come here, Face.
Go on, no, she wants daddy. Come here. She said daddy.
She wears boy underwear. She won't wear girl underwear.
Say hi.
Say hi. Go say hi, kids.
Say hi.
These are our terrorists. He wants to say
This is the little terrorist right here.
Here's another one.
This is the terrorist.
Say hi. There's our other terrorist right there. Come on, kiddos.
Come on, terrorist. Get out of here. Bin Laden.
Hey, what are we watching?
All right, Scott. No, Lee, by no means. Hell, Lee, actually, you're from England. It doesn't affect your politics at all. Chubb, that's what I say. I don't want to kill him. I don't want it to rob the 7-Eleven. I want like a 12-gauge shotgun and a 22 Magnum, and I'm good, dude. You won't take my home or my food. That way. I don't need a lot of guns. That man don't need a house. I'm not saying a man needs a house full of guns. If you want them, you ought to be able to own them. Don't get me wrong. But I just need a few guns. And I'm not allowed that. Bro can, but I can't. Don't make any fucking sense much, does it? Really kind of ironic. Typical of our government right now. A lot of our irony in what's going on. Well, Chubbs, if you take that away from me, you might as well take my family too. If I can't take care of them, you need help. I mean, you need to take them too, because you're going to take us all. We're not going down like my kids are going down like that. No, and no. Guys, I'm sitting here looking at Rose, or mine and Rose, biggest mystery snail, the Big Daddy. He is so cool over there crawling across the front of that thing. God, they are so neat. They're really very graceful. When you watch them, they just slide along. They're really cool. They remind me of Lee. Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah, Joe. You get me anyway.
You're watching TV. Watch it. Here.
What, baby? What is that?
It's Mr.
Oh,
Snell.
Mr. Snell eggs.
Check it out, guys.
I was, it's funny you said it.
Mystery Snell eggs.
I was just talking about our big daddy over there sliding
Yeah,
across the road. It's so cool. Them happy, they're so cool to watch.
I got others hatched downstairs already.
Hatched already?
Yeah, I hatched them.
Oh, that other clutch? You
Yeah.
you hatched them last
Yeah,
night, didn't you?
it looked ready, so I
Yeah.
hatched it.
I forgot about you doing that. I remember it now.
We got one juvenile female in there. It's laying like half-ass egg sack. So I don't
Juvenile
know.
female what?
Mystery Snell.
Oh, yeah. I hope it's one where like maybe our blue one or something. I
Well,
love
I'm
that
gonna take
blue
them a
one.
piece of food. They're feeding off the egg sack right now, but I'll take them a tiny bit of food because you really can't track their movement. Some of them are viable, some of them ain't, I'm sure. I'll be right back. I promise I'll be right back.
You good, Lee? Oh yeah, Roxanne, they're doing that shit here too, I think. They said, or all these lawmakers here in the state of Tennessee, before they legalize it, this has been rehashed for years, the last 3 or 4 years. Before they're going to legalize, they want to take away your gun rights automatically if you have a medical marijuana card. Guys, the guy out there stoned on a joint is not trying to rob the fucking 7-Eleven. He is sitting at home, stoned with a bag of popcorn and a Coke or a beer in his hand. He's not out running the roads into getting in those shit. I don't understand that. It's like, I just don't get it. You're right, Roxanne. They're doing it here too. They're doing it here.
Okay. Oh, I should have brought more beer. I'm sorry. Not a brought actually.
I'm about full.
Well, what happened to my narrative? Okay. I fed them a little
Oh,
bit
no,
of
Ian.
food.
You know, when Roe and I had our last clutch of Mystery Snells, there wasn't as many of them survived it as what I thought would.
And you know what?
And
I
was
realized what I did
disappointed.
wrong. I put them in too big of an environment. My very first YouTube video was about Mystery Snells.
Mystery Snells.
And I hatched a clutch. And what happened was, you hatch them and you keep them in a small environment so they can see the food, like a breeder box or something.
Something little.
Not even a gallon, like a 1/16 of a gallon of water.
Yeah.
You keep them in a small area so they can find their food. And I messed up by releasing them all in a 10-gallon. They didn't know where to find their food at the time, so I lost them. But one of the big snails we have, I raised. So I'm out of breath from running up and down those stairs.
Damn, Lee, you almost sounded like you're from the South when you talked just then. Proud of you, Lee. We may make a bloody American out of you yet, bro.
Bloody American.
Bloody American, bro. I used to work for a guy.
Thing's complete bullshit, said Chubbs.
Oh yeah, it is bullshit. It
You ain't
is.
taking my. You talking about guns?
No, they're in the state of Tennessee, and where Roxanne's from, they're wanting to make it where if you have a medical marijuana card, you lose your gun rights. You can't have a concealed
That
carry
ain't right,
permit.
man. That ain't
That's
right.
wrong, man.
No, they're wanting you
Wrong.
to trade one right for another.
So you're worse than a goddamn heroin addict that are on the street.
Look, here's the deal, guys. I don't smoke the shit. I can't handle it. But let me tell you something. There was a time in my life where I could handle it, and I smoked it, and
you
it
did
helped me.
handle it.
And it helped me. And let me tell you something. If a motherfucker can smoke weed and not be on opiates, that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Do you know why you get in trouble? Because you're not taking what the federal government provides, and that's methadone. They want you on their shit.
They
to
want
make
you on
money.
those damn pain pills and shit.
They want you on that shit. And if you're not on that shit, they're not making money. And that's the truth of it. Sorry, but it's true. And
But if you're a stoner, no, they don't make no money off you.
they don't give a fuck.
I don't know about you. You ain't
But
they're not make, well, I
when
don't know really, bro. There's millions and millions and millions.
Well,
of
the
dollars
Reefer Madness
now.
didn't help. The bullshit
Now.
that came out about the Reefer Madness and how bad it is
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
funny.
We live,
Comical
look,
now.
we live in the Bible Belt, and a lot of people still believe that way. They really fucking do. I know it sounds crazy, but they watch that Reefer Madness. They see what that shit does to you, and the thing is, it doesn't. It doesn't do that shit. And I think, I don't know, the older I get, the more I realize psychedelics shouldn't, of any kind, should not be banned because that brings you closer to God in a
Well,
way.
psychedelic.
Really? Yeah.
Well, now I totally disagree with that. Goddamn, bro. I done
No.
LSD back in the 80s, and I don't think it should.
I think it should be legal. I think
LSD?
I
You
do.
lost your mind.
No, the reason why I think
You were
that shit.
tripped?
No.
Well, I have a bunch.
But let me
and I'm
tell you
telling
something. I'm not saying LSD, but I'm saying like
It can't be.
Now, look,
I'm telling you, I've
marijuana is a psychedelic, a mild.
Natural.
Yeah, but it's a
God
mild.
put it here.
Yeah, well, there's
God
also,
made grass, man made booze. Who do you trust, bro?
I'm on the same page. You don't even understand it. But if you look at our native culture that was here, the Native Americans, they had what, peyote, and it brought them closer to their deities, their gods and stuff. And I'm kind of like Joe Rogan. I don't think any of it should be banned. I think we should have, if people want to do the drugs, let them do the drugs, man. Let it be more accessible because, for one, they're going to do it anyway. For two, if you quit criminalizing it, a lot of my shit would get stolen and pawned. Number two, something. I believe they should legalize all of it. Kind of like a kid, it takes the taboo out of it, you know? I've got some purples, Roxanne, and I don't know if that's the ones that laid the eggs, but I've got some now that's in a breeder box. I don't know what color they're going to be yet, but I just went and fed them. They probably don't need it. They got their egg sac, but it's weird about mystery snails because if your tank is humid enough, you don't have to do shit. But if your tank isn't, then you need to take them out, incubate them, and hatch them yourself. And most people's tanks are not. So I hatched my mystery snails out myself. And actually, if I'd have just kept them in a smaller environment the first time around, I would have had success. I posted a video that showed me hatching. That's my very first video ever showing me hatching mystery snails. And I think that was that and the green water video is the only educational video I think I posted. I think I'm lacking there. I need to get with my game. I ain't with my game. Yeah, see, I don't. I'll grow my weed illegally and smoke it before I relinquish my firearms. I'm not going to do it. You know, it's a trade-off. That's all it is. It's a trade-off of your rights. If you want medical grade marijuana, you're going to trade off your rights, and that ain't right. And anytime you have to trade off a right, you should never do it. I could kill a motherfucker and not feel bad about it. I would have made one hell of a Marine, but they didn't want people that fight. They wanted goody two shoes that snitch. So I didn't fit the category, so I didn't qualify. I was going to go through OCS because I had the college credits and shit, and I had straight A's in school. But I like to fight. So I had a domestic charge on my record, and they wouldn't take me, so go figure. You could just leave the clutch. If you got a lid that holds all the humidity in, you could keep the clutch in there. Yeah, I love mystery snails, man. They're the bomb. They're fun. They're fun to watch. I've got like 12 of them downstairs in a 30-gallon. And at night, I leave the light on so I can sit and watch them. Oh, excuse me. And they'll float up to the top and just let go and fall back down to the bottom. But they're cool. They're very, very relaxing to watch. I'll say one of my friends and a judge in this county I've been trying to get him to get an aquarium, a little aquarium in his chambers at the courthouse. That's my goal. Try to get an aquarium in there, just like a small half-gallon aquarium on his desk, something, because that's a high stress job. I don't give a shit who you are. If you're a judge or I'm able to sympathize with some of the people, but I can sympathize with some of the cops too. There's some assholes out there, and you gotta do what you gotta do to restrain them. But on the same token, you shouldn't kill a motherfucker and take them to jail. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. I guess I got a little criminal. I wouldn't call it criminal as much as I'd call it as it ain't a criminal bone. Maybe it's a rebellious bone. And sometimes, guys, sometimes people like me are needed, to get the job done. And I can survive. I know how to survive on my own. I know how to survive out in the wilderness. Fuck, I've done it. I've been homeless. I've done all kinds of shit. And you really need to know this shit. Everybody really needs to know how to survive. Just like if they took every fucking thing away from you, how would you live? How would you feed your kids? How would you do this? How would you do that? You got to know this shit. You really do, because what if it did happen? Say, I mean, it's hard to imagine, to even imagine our country could fail because we're so good. But we're making money with money we don't have. Will you bring another beer up here, baby?
What, Mama?
Will you bring another beer?
Yeah.
Do a beer. Just bring the whole fucking pack.
You are so fucking good. You got me like halfway.
See, I didn't wait till you was always up the stairs. I waited till you're halfway. You wait till I'm all the way at the top. I love you. We've helped you. I'm glad we've helped you, Lee. Shit, guys, if I could tell you, there's so many plants you can eat that's got medicinal purposes that could help you. There's so much natural food out there that people don't even think about. And honestly, if we were all fucking homeless, we'd probably be healthier. I'm not kidding you. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Who knows? But I think electricity has spoiled us. A lot of things has spoiled us from our true. And don't get me wrong. What the fuck was that? Don't get me wrong. I don't want to go back to like the Stone Age or nothing. And that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is you need to know how to survive in case we do. Damn. No wonder he clears all these notifications every day. But you really need to know how to survive if that happens. And I'm just looking out the window because I got muscadine vines growing wild up there. I could eat off of. I could live off of. I've got deer coming there. Yes.
They will give you a hug.
Well, come give me a hug. Are they taking a nap?
Yeah, they are.
Nap time? Come give me loves. Gotta have loves from the terrorists. Give me loves. I love you, little guy. Don't cry. It's just a nap. And look, like yesterday, you didn't take a nap. And you were up all night. You remember that? You got in trouble when you were whiny and you were pissy. Remember that? Let's not do that again, babe.
Look who's on my hand. Look on my hand.
She's dragging you back up the stairs.
I thought she.
No, get the bill.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You both were eating hot dogs when I was down there. Look.
Yeah.
Are you?
You done ate lunch.
Quit drinking that.
Give me.
She's drinking your beer.
Oh my
Look,
God.
here's the deal. Listen to me. Hey, come here.
Drinking my beer.
Yesterday, neither one of y'all took a nap, and you were up all night, and you were pissy, and you were whining, and you were
That
crying.
ain't happening today.
Go lay down. You got to go put her. You
Oh,
go lay down with
go
brother.
You go get your ass. Yeah, go both of you want to get to bed. When listen, I'm not going to joke with you guys. If it's like yesterday, and y'all won't go to sleep, guess what? You're both getting your ass busted.
Oh,
Put one of you down
You
there.
guys that have mystery cells that don't have a tight fitting lid and don't have the humidity, put them in an incubator. Go back to my very first video. Had some mystery cells.
Get in bed, or
Excuse me. Go back to my very first video, and what it does, if you take the egg sac out and you put it in the incubator, it's just like a Tupperware bowl with a piece of styrofoam floated in water that has condensation around it. You put holes in the top. You put them in one of those and wait till they look a moldy color. And once they start looking a moldy color, you take them off, and they should damn near be falling apart in your hands. And you start to hatch them in a breeder box, one of those little floating breeder boxes or something. You hatch them in one of those, and you leave them there for about 2 or 3 weeks, and until they get probably about that big, and then you can release them in your tank if you want. But you kind of pamper them along. But when the egg sac starts to look a gray, yucky color, that's when they're ready to be hatched.
Oh, God. Got my down.
There you go, Roxanne. That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
missed everything else.
You ain't missed much.
I ain't missed much. Oh, come on now. Ain't missed much, huh? Guys, can you believe she said that shit?
Well, no, I mean, I've been answering stuff. I've been actually looking at chat for a while.
You are a fucking veritable fountain of information. Useless goddamn information.
I know.
You are the king of that shit.
It ain't useless.
She can't spell worth a fuck.
I can't.
She can tell you the most useless bullshit in the world.
Especially when it comes to our oceans and shit.
Oh. Did you know that 10,500,000 years ago? Yeah, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about 10 million years ago. I care more like about 10,500,000 in the future. I'm going to be here. I'm going to haunt you forever.
Haunt me. I'm giving a fuck.
You mind if I smoke this week? Listen.
Look, close the door and open the windows.
All right, look here.
They're taking a nap, so let's.
Here's the deal.
While he's doing that, I'm going to let him host by himself.
I'm going to have a picture of me. I'm not going to do that on camera. Here's the deal. My vape is on its last leg.
Oh, Lord.
It's about gone.
And you sold the other one.
And I'm going to have to, well, we had to have money.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to have to smoke so nasty weed. It's so nasty, but.
Look, close the door. Look, all I asked was to close the door and open the windows. So
No problem.
I'll open this one. You can't open that one.
That one's a reeking proof over there, ain't it?
No, it's just I've got a lot of shit.
I thought I might have still had it reeking proof.
No, you don't.
That's so funny, guys. Tell me the story about that road.
Okay, I'd rather not.
Oh, please. Yeah, you would.
Okay, well, look, I'm going to go get some of that cereal that fucks up your mouth.
Captain Grant.
Yeah, and I'll come back and tell you the story about Ricky, my biological father.
I'll be right there,
I don't want to
guys.
hear that
Give
shit.
me just a second. I'll be right there.
He's herbing up. I'll be right back. And I will too. I'm going to eat because that's my addiction. I'll be right back.
Oh. Guys, I've got lost in the chat because I've been fooling with the kids. I apologize for that. You know, Roxanne, that's something Bro and I thought about. We're wanting to drill a well. Not really literally homestead, but quit relying on the utilities and stuff as much as we do. We'd like to get some solar installed, drill a well, a few things like that I could help get me lower some of my damn bills. Really, that and not be as worried about the damn power just cutting off, or whatever, if a storm or whatever happens. Because believe it or not, here in the South, we have storms, and when it does, you lose your damn power for a while sometimes. And when it does here, they're not prepared for it. So when you lose power, it's for a few damn days, sometimes longer than that.
Yep.
Last time we had a goddamn Jethro. You're
There you go.
look at this bowl, bitch is eating. I could kill her. I'll adopt her out if you'll feed her. You gotta feed the bitch. You won't eat all the time.
I love food, man. I wonder why I'm overweight.
I don't.
The whole box, bro. Yeah, there's a lot of homesteaders on YouTube.
Yeah, and I really enjoy those damn channels too, man. 'Cause I learn a lot from them. I mean, don't make any mistake. If something serious happened and I had to get my family out of this house like today and get them somewhere and get them sheltered, I could have it done by dark. And then would just improve on that shelter as time went on. But a lot of people don't have that kind of damn. Chubbs, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Don't have the land.
I don't know how to do all that, but I
You
tell
gotta
you
have the
damn well
land.
how to get up there in them woods and build something safe for my family that we can shelter in. Like
Gotta
you
have the
say.
land.
Gotta have the land.
It's fun.
See,
Land.
that's something that actually we were going to do a lot of on the Massey report, was like gardening and hunting and stuff like that. But guys, right now it's August in Tennessee, and it is a real uncomfortable motherfucker out there right now. I promise you. And nobody wants to be outside right now unless they have to. And especially me and my neck, I'm not doing it right now. Just not doing it.
We already did videos on my channel about the woods that we got back here and what we're doing with it and stuff. Yeah, it'd be cool to be completely off the grid.
Yeah, and look, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm getting older, yeah, and no, it wouldn't be cool to be completely off the grid. Because I'm gonna tell you something. One thing I've noticed about those guys that are really going completely off the grid,
That's a lot of hard work.
man, it is a lot of damn. I mean, you work all summer to survive all winter, just like people in Alaska that live out in the outbacks in Alaska. They spend what more months they have working their ass off to live through the winter in a place that's locked up and dark all winter. I don't get it, but I think I would have liked Alaska when I was younger, but I mean, it's a lot of work, and I don't really want to be totally off the grid, but I want to be far enough off it that, like, if something happens with their water or their electric or
You're
whatever,
coming to look for me for the census.
then, oh, yeah, I know. Good. Oh, it's against the law, you know that, right? Well, they can
What?
charge you with not filing your census report.
Well, so not filing your taxes. Ain't done that in 2 years.
You know what I'm gonna tell them? My goddamn son-in-law, census agent, and he's working down, he'd be out here so I can file it, so I'm gonna blame it on him. I hope Taylor ain't listening, he'll kill me.
You can handle more than what you think, Chose, if you have to. And that's what I learned about myself.
Chubbs, really, it gets cold up here, man, but I guess somebody that's from Louisiana, it'd be real cold, but because like them guys I was with in Florida, it was cold weather to them, but like it gets down like 50, and you'll have a month or so that it gets down in the 20s and maybe a few days in the single digits. But most of the time you have really nice sunny days and There ain't no bugs, dude. There ain't no pollen. There
It
ain't
looks
nothing
nice until you get out in it. It's cold as
Yeah,
fuck.
it looks like a beautiful day, and you get up there and it's be cold as fuck. But there ain't nothing. There ain't nothing making your sinuses drain and your eyes itch, and there ain't no mosquitoes. There ain't no damn ticks. There ain't. You know, you don't have to worry about anything like that. So I like the cool weather better.
The most thing that bothers you when you're homeless is food. Literally, food. Where you can get your meal. And let me tell you something. If you've ever been homeless and you've had to survive, food is like the number one best thing. People around here will give you damn good food, man. And maybe that's why I like food so much, is because I spent my time being homeless and knew what it was like to really go hungry. I mean, days on end without eating, and you get dizzy, you start seeing shit.
You've been fed like a fattening sow for 3 years.
Yeah, I know, but I wonder if part of my, subconscious is kind of like, why I eat so much is because I think there's a day coming where I can't. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, Lee. I can warm up. I can't, when it gets hot, man, I cannot fucking cool off. It's like relentless.
It shouldn't get too cold where you're at, Chubbs. You should be fine. Further north you go, the rougher it gets.
I mean, like last year, we didn't have a single day in the single digits. It did get out into the low 20s, but only for a few days, and then it warmed back up to like 65.
I remember as a kid, we had below temperatures. We had temperature below zero when I was a kid.
We're not that far from you anymore, Chubbs. I mean, anymore, the way the climate change is happening, we're not that far from you now, brother. Y'all get a lot hotter than we do and stay that way longer, but it's really mild season here in Tennessee. Yeah, or in the Tennessee Valley especially. It's kind of shielded from everything by the Smokies and the Cumberland Plateau. Oh.
I love you, Lee. You're funny.
As hell.
The coldest Chubbs has ever seen was 22 degrees.
Well, fuck, dude, I've been deer hunting when it was colder than that. Way colder than that.
With a t-shirt on.
With a damn a long john top, a t-shirt, and a coat. No shit. And a ball cap, not even a toboggan.
You broke your ankle, you and Taylor both?
Oh, yeah, me and my son one time were hunting. He was he was like 12 years old. The big guy that was here on the other night, he had shot a doe, and we were trying to get out of the woods before it got dark. And we stepped off in a big hole where a damn tree stump had rotted out. And when I say big, this fucking thing was over my head. It swallowed me and him and the deer. Just all fell in. It broke my ankle. He cracked 2 ribs. I had to call a buddy of mine to come get the deer out of the woods and everything. But that was cold fucking weather, dude. We were burning up that day. I mean, so.
Yeah.
That's for us, it was cold weather. That was like in January, because it was an either sex hunt.
We can't handle the heat as well as Chubbs people can.
No, I can't.
We can handle the cold a lot better than we can handle the heat.
Man, when I was in Florida, I couldn't handle the heat.
Chubbs said, "Fuck that."
It's really pretty cool, Chubbs. Honestly, dude. We haven't changed the season. If you came up here during the winter time, and I took you to the Smokies up in the around Gatlinburg stuff, you would like it. You really would. You'd like it. It's really cool.
What I like is abundance of food. Every time I see a deer, I don't see a deer, I say food.
Well, you got that Louisiana. I'm talking about the mountains and the cold and the.
Yeah, but we got elk now too.
Oh yeah, we do have elk judges. And them fucking things are massive, dude.
Like a horse.
Massive. I'm too old to even hunt them. When I look at them, I know I'm too old to hunt them. They're huge.
Yeah, I'd like to kill an elk. Aren't they endangered right now, though?
Hell no. No. They're hunting in all kinds of states, girl.
Jess said, I hear road trip.
Oh, it's cool here, man. It really
It is.
is.
They don't tell what you find, flatworms or anything. I'll tell you what I've seen since I was a kid.
Roseville down here behind the house.
Since I was a kid, what I've seen most. When I was growing up, you never heard of a fire ant. Never.
Oh, them fucking things, I hate them.
We got fire ants so fucking bad, man.
They eat AJ up.
Mm-hmm. They are very bad. Very painful.
I know that turned to that. Oh.
I don't think I've experienced -40. We've experienced like
-40,
-10
no.
once. We had that blizzard in 93.
Yeah, they just like for a couple days. I mean, you know what I mean?
And, talking about power, I heard you talking earlier, even if it's moderate, our power was out for over 2 weeks with that blizzard. For 2 weeks.
Don't happen anymore, though.
Nope. It don't even snow anymore.
Oh, Charlie. Oh.
I think
Global
politics.
warming and all that shit. Al Gore on his mess and shit.
No. See, it ain't politics because global warming happens. It's always happened. So does global cooling. I don't think we got that much of an impact. I think it's our egos that got more of an impact than we do. Fuck. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Adjust, adapt, overcome. Fuck.
Yeah, I kind of.
It's a natural life cycle. I don't believe it was caused by us. I believe it's going to happen
They
regardless.
proved over millions of years the climate on Earth has changed many times. Cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
Goddamn, 12,000 years ago, this place used to be covered in 2 miles of ice.
So, you know, I mean,
And I think to sit here and say that we caused it, that's a bit.
yeah.
Egotistic on
our
their part.
Look that.
Yeah, I mean, we go through. I was a geology major for a long time.
Exactly. I mean, you know.
We go through cooling, we go through warming, and maybe we accelerated a little bit, but goddamn, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It's
Period.
a cycle of this planet. It's the cycle this planet goes through.
You know what I'm more worried about than that bullshit is goddamn Yellowstone. Fuck
Did
that.
you trim the roots on that?
Yes, I did.
Well, it looks like you had a fucking flat top. What'd you do it for?
I trimmed the roots on my goddamn floater plants because they started to get in the substrate, and I didn't want them to get in the substrate. So,
That's what they're dying to do.
and you know,
Come on up here, Chubb.
welcome. Got an air mattress for anybody
I
time.
got a log pile up on the mountain.
You'll be from at night, but I'm scared liking fish and stuff. But it's pretty nice, subtropical. It's like during the summer, we can every goddamn plant flower grow, but during the winter, we shit. So
Actually, it really get cold where stuff don't grow anymore till about 1st of October. Last October, we
mid-October. I still had fish out the first week of October
It
last
was
year.
92 degrees the 10th day of last October.
In October.
Right here. So, you know, and then it's cold from October to March.
So we're in a really neat zone if you think about it. We're in a It used to be subtropical. Now it can be classified as tropical. It's right on the borderline, so you get to see all the new changes. And I think that's awesome. I don't think that's bad. I think it's awesome you live in a place where you can actually see where global warming is taking effect. Yeah, it's going to raise up. I don't live on the coast. I don't. And I don't care.
Guys, here's the real truth. Before it becomes a real problem, my kids will be gone.
No, they'll be grown, but they won't be gone.
It might become a little bit of a problem, but I mean, before it starts like flooding.
Before my life's over, all the glaciers that are melting away would be melting away. And sea level will rise, but you know what? Take a look at history. It rises, it falls, it rises. With every ice age, it falls. With every warming period, it rises.
But it creates different weather systems, and it does this.
That's
and
why
it
I
does
like
that.
Graham Hancock.
What makes us up?
That's why I want to get some books from Graham Hancock, because I really believe in that shit. And if you look at our coastline.
Oh, are we buffering, Chubb?
Damn, that sucks.
I hate that.
I ain't got no other windows open either.
And our internet's been fucking
going nuts.
Up all day anyway.
Well, we fucked up when we paid the bill.
Yeah, every time I pay my bill, it goes all to shit.
It's crazy. We got to keep internet, though. That's our only lifeline to the outside world, because we don't get out amongst the virus and chit chat. So, is Big Tank Hank in here? What's up, Big Tank?
I meant to say hello to you this morning, Hank. I can't remember. I think we were on Father Fish, and I got caught up doing something else, and
we got caught up in the flatworm ordeal.
Something I can't remember. No, that was before you ever really got up.
He's still alive. He's like been in here for a while. See my worm. It's called a hammerhead flatworm. It just looked gross on it. Wish he'd move. He's like he's excreting something. Oh God, you wish. Baby bird. No, I'm just playing. We get funny and stupid on our streams. See, this is a stream where I can be my goddamn self. I can't really be myself on my other stream because it's more professional. Get the raw row here.
Yeah. It helped your.
But there's good points to glaciers melting. They'll freeze over again. But if you look from New York all the way down to Miami, all the cities below sea level right now, those cities in 30, 40 years will be underwater. And it ain't something we can't adapt to. We can adapt to that. We can pull further inland, and it ain't a big deal. Because the rate of melt versus the sea level rise is going to be so slow, you've got time to fucking adapt. It ain't a big deal.
Hank, Big Tank Hank, we're holding it till like
so
the Agricultural Extension Agent can come look at it and tell us how to get rid of the damn things. We got hundreds.
I need proof, and I don't want to sit there and hose down the back of my yard just to show them what I've got. But I'm about drunk enough to pick it up with no gloves. I feel kind of brave. It's a weird looking fucker. Is Big Tank Hank going live tonight? Awesome.
Yeah, no shit, Scott. Give us some cereal.
No, I ate all the cereal. In that big ass bowl, I ate it all. Right in front of you.
Like Jethro Bodine on the Beverly Hills.
I can eat, boy. I can put away some food. I can still eat a steak on top of all that.
Oh, I know. You could.
But you know what's funny, though? I eat about once a day, if you think about it. I eat a lot once a day, and that's about it. So, when I eat, go big or go home. Don't ever take me out to eat unless you want a high bill, because I'll fucking order that shit. I want a rare steak with blue cheese on it, please. Thank you. What do they call that? Blue rare? Or something like that?
I don't know, but it is very good steak.
It's good. Boy, it's
depends
good.
on where you buy it, I guess.
Chubb said, new name, the Raw, Rhett, and Rose Show. Yeah. I guess. Maybe. I don't know. He said he wanted to go live, and he's the host. So I'm here.
Oh, no, I'm about lived out. I'm about done, guys.
Are you about done for real? You just got
how
started.
long have you been on here?
I don't give a shit. We only been on here an hour and 30 minutes.
Hour and 30 minutes.
They just now got to sleep. If you want to do it, now it's at the kids.
I'm going to do what?
Live stream. If you're on live stream now, I know. Keep it going. Don't give it up. You're doing so good. Big Tank Cake said, Ro, you modding for me tonight? What time are you on, Big Tank? Let me know what time you're on. I'll try to be there. I'll mod for you. Lisa's Beverly Hillbillies. What a great TV show. I was about 8. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I like that show. 10:30 Central, so it'll be 9:30 every time. I can be there, hopefully. I've been up that hour every fucking night for the last few nights anyway. 10:30 Central, so 9:30 Eastern, is that right?
Yeah, I'm sad right now.
Why? Oh, your vape's out.
Me
It's okay. We don't want you choking to death
too. I
anyway.
will.
It'll be okay. Don't be too sad.
So,
What is it every day, Big Tank Hank, or is it just like once a week or what? Rhett decides to go live when Rhett decides to go live. He don't check any schedule or nothing.
do what?
Big Tank Hank's what me mod for tonight, and I said Rhett goes live whenever fucking feels
Yeah,
like it.
believe me, I try not. I try to wait till everybody's all the fish tubers are done. I try not to bother them.
I got a lot of people come over from my channel.
Yeah, they'll watch Road later, whatever. Then when all the fish tubers give it up or kind of slow down for the night, then
Then the raw shit comes out.
The raw shit comes out. But today was an early day today, Big Tank Hank. I told the lady at the store this was shaping up to be a very unproductive day right off the first round out of the box.
Ain't it though?
Shaping up to be a really
Don't think I can
unproductive
just
day.
snuggle up those little ones in there and go to sleep myself. Shit. We haven't heard anything back, Bateson, about the flatworms. We've left our number to the agricultural section of our wildlife administration or whatever, and
We're waiting to hear back from them.
waiting to hear
so.
back. We haven't heard nothing.
The agricultural extension agent for our area.
Yeah, but there's the little guy.
But really,
Kind of creepy.
guys, I'm
I'll give him oxygen.
56 years old. I've never seen those around here in my life. Never seen them in my life, I don't think. If I did, I didn't know what I was looking at.
I'm touching it. I'm touching it.
I'm touching it.
I'm touching it. Oh, can I
Let
hold
me
it?
touch it.
Oh, I'm holding it now. Check this out.
Let me touch it wet.
I would not do this unless I was drinking.
Wet.
Check it out. I'm just gonna put it back in here because I'm still afraid of him.
Right. Let me touch it wet.
Let me touch it. That's what my daughter says. Touch it.
Get into the wet.
Look, he looks pissed. He's going around finding shit. Look at that. Look at it.
Our daughter's got, we're here in the last month or so. She doesn't call me daddy. She calls me wet.
Hey, wet.
And wet. I touch it wet.
Yeah, they're toxic. If you eat them and shit, they're toxic.
Well, I don't believe it. Let me have that thing. I'll eat it. If I ate it, I don't know if you think it'd go viral.
You ain't got no hair on your ass if you don't eat this
Oh,
much. Come
then
on,
I definitely don't have hair on my ass if I ain't eating it.
They eat earthworms and snails and shit. They're very vicious with them. They wrap their bodies around them and liquefy the some bitches and eat them. Apparently, their mouth is their anus too. But they're totally non-aquatic planaria. They're terrestrial planaria. And they're just as toxic as a blue ring octopus, from what I understand.
Cubs, I don't give a damn if it's on the inside out, or whatever. I'm not eating that.
I touched it. So we'll see if I die. It's worth the experiment. I'm curious.
I'm sure she's got its toxicity all fired up since she put it in a little clear jar.
Pissed
shaking
it off
up
and
now,
shit.
pissed
It is oozing something.
Kind of like
It
a
is
fucking-
oozing something. I don't know what
Kind of
it
like a
is.
goddamn rattlesnake or a copperhead. You know, pissed
Pissed
off.
him off. Now he's in the jar like all mad right now, so and I'm wiping my hands off.
You know, Hank,
I
I
gotta
could put it in some
sanitizer.
tequila. You're right. And pickle it overnight and take it.
It's crazy. I've never seen nothing like them. And when I was out there working on my tubs, I was changing water in some of the tubs because they're small.
Ian said to go wash your hands, Rose. She's not like it. She's a fucking Viking. Ian.
You want to tell them about that? I think I was in a previous life. I ain't scared.
Viking.
I ain't gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna make a point not to wash my hands now. I feel, even drinking, I feel like I can't believe I touched it.
I'm not the least bit surprised about it.
I can't believe I touched it. I'm surprised. It's actually pretty cool looking. As long as they don't hurt my fish and stuff, me and him ain't gonna have a problem. But it almost looks like a fucking uncircumcised dick when he fucking moves around that head.
Bateson, we've never seen them here before.
I've never seen them. They're invasive.
Really, I've never seen them in my life. Where do you live? Bateson, if you don't mind me asking.
No, I ain't gonna lick it, Lee. Fuck you. I ain't gonna lick this thing. I barely fucking had the balls to touch it.
Yeah, don't put cans in your tank.
Yeah, no, I won't do that.
I think she needs to let me scrub her with a piece of steel wool, Chubbs. I'm gonna get her to hold her hands at her mouth shut if I can get her to shut her goddamn mouth long enough.
He's pissed.
Scrub her lips and her hands.
He's going all around.
You'll never get her shut up that long, though.
Shut up yourself. I can. I can too. Shut up.
Hey, Sue. Sue's translating for Lee.
Is she? That's awesome, Sue. I'm glad you can do that. He told me lick it. He said common hammerhead flatworm toxic to its prey. Lick it. No, I ain't gonna lick it. Bateson says we're up in Washington, Oregon on the border. Oddly, we think my wife's guppies have it, but we don't actually use heaters in our tanks. We use heat and cool. This you shouldn't have this planary in your tank. It's completely terrestrial. It does like moist environments, but it don't like to be submerged.
It's not an aquatic at all.
Yeah, it's not aquatic.
But it just shocked us when she kept saying, that looks like a fucking worm. I seen that in the backyard. I said, oh, come on. Then here she came in here with it.
Proof. Gotta have proof.
Never seen them before.
Nobody would have believed me if I hadn't caught it. And that's just a little one. There's big ones out there.
They're up in Washington, Oregon, right?
They're invasive, but they're to the point to where, invasive.
Like
the fire ants.
I guess. Because she's checked into it, and they can withstand sub-zero.
Yeah, they'll live through the winter, so we're stuck with them.
So we're stuck with them, but it's just odd that we found them. I've never seen them before.
This is not the same that would be in your aquarium. It's totally different. Totally different.
Terrestrial.
It likes land.
It's just fish food in a tank is really all it is.
Toxic fish food.
Well, it's fish food, and it knows it.
I would say the bullfrogs and everything else that feed off of it's build up a resistance to that neurotoxin.
Lee, you're killing me, man. I bet Chubbs hadn't missed a word.
Not a minute.
I bet exactly Chubbs has not missed a word, Lee. I'd be willing to bet you on that.
He said, Rhett Sue says, still be a good little fella, but only on Monday. What did she say? I don't know. Follow along the best you can, I guess. What's your brothers? Look at him all stretched out. Lazy bastard.
Typical of the English, Roe.
Typical of the English, apparently so, according to Lee.
Typical of the English, Roe.
Look at that bastard. All stretched out. Brutus. You Brutus. You're so lazy. So lazy. He's a baby, though. The kids sit on him like he's a horse and ride him as such too. They don't give a damn.
And he
don't
won't
care.
lay down unless he has something to lay down on.
You can put it like a piece of napkin.
You can
in.
put a washcloth down. That motherfucker will lay his
He'll
head
try to
on it.
circle it and lay on it.
He'll circle it till he can get his head laid on it. He'll lay his
He
head.
tries to put his whole body on it. It's
Yeah,
so
he tries
funny.
to curl up around it. It's so funny. He acts like he's tiny. Some of his weighs like 225, something like that.
Come here. Go around, stupid.
brother.
Come on.
Oh, beer can, Mom. Oh, another beer
I
can.
want them to see how big his head is compared to mine, so they can actually get the idea of how big. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Bro,
Hey, baby. See, there we go.
bro.
What, you gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi. You gonna say hi. You gonna say hi. Yeah, he's a big one.
Big boy.
He's a big dog. We like him though. He's our buddy. And he's afraid of everything. We had a 1 pound kitten. Maybe he was 1 pound.
Oh, man, he wasn't even close.
Wasn't even close to a pound, and he wouldn't hurt it for nothing. He actually protected it. But that kitten will come jump on his tail and stuff, and he would just look at it like, "What's up?" He's a laid back guy. He's your sweetie. Yes, he's an English Mastiff.
Yeah. And a pain in
No,
the
he's not.
ass, man.
No, him not. No.
Oh, he's horrible.
He snores just like a rat. When he snores, he sounds just like a rat. I don't know who's snoring, him or the dog. I love you too, Boo Boo. I love you. Look
He
at him.
honestly, he's a really good. Ro and I both decided I'll never own any other kind of dog now. That's only the Mastiff has taken my heart. They've taken my heart.
They're so big that they're intimidating if someone was breaking your house, but they wouldn't hurt a soul. They are very gentle, very gentle.
So gentle.
We raised a baby to a 3-year-old, and she's wallered all over him and everything. And he's been a good one.
He honestly, he tries to be gentle, but he
He's
don't
so
realize
big.
that it's big. He's so big when he
You can't have
puts
beer.
his paw up on you and lets it run down your arm. You know, like
Scratches
kind of
the
love.
shit out of
It
you.
scratches you. You know, and he don't realize he ain't trying to be rough. He's trying to love on you. He's just so big.
He is. Like when he gets up on the couch and stuff,
Hey, what you
like he's
doing?
about to. You want to come up here and give Mama a look? Yeah, I'll get him up here. Get him the whining and stuff. Come here. He gonna do it. Come here. Come here. Come on, buddy. Here he goes. Here he goes. Come on.
Come here, bro. Come here,
You
bro.
can do it. Come here. Come here, Mom. That's adorable. Come on. Come on. Come on. He gonna do it.
No,
He decided no.
Right up my face.
Look how big he is compared to Daddy. There he goes with the paw. He's got huge paws too. He loves loving. When we lived in the projects before we lived here, and that dog would sleep with me. And Red's got pictures of me and that dog laying in bed together, and that dog is stretched out just like a human, ain't
Yeah, oh God, he push you up the couch.
he? Yeah, I mean he's huge. He's huge. He's massive. And we don't realize how big he is until we see other dogs. People are like, look how big my pit is, and then we got
Big
this
his
dog.
nose is compared to mine. He got like huge.
He's huge.
He's a very big dog.
I have shrimp, one of the smallest aquatic animals, and I have this big ass dog. I have both. Oh, his lips getting in the way, Daddy. We like to give him peanut butter and watch him lick his lips.
Oh, he's just a big baby. I mean, he really is. Now, he'll bite you over that baby.
If you start fucking with my
You
kids,
start fucking them kids, he'll bite you over them
he's
kids.
bit a few people.
He'll bite you over the kids. He
when-
grew up with them.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, when people come over and they start playing rough with the kids, he gets
Oh,
right. He'll
he
bite
did.
you.
if you
bite
put your arm around me, my stepson came down here.
He'll bite
one
you
night,
on the ass.
and
He
he
did
kept
was
putting his arm on me, talking to me, and every time he would, he'd reach up and nip him on the ass.
just like someone pinching.
He wasn't biting him, biting me. You let him know that, hey,
That's my
put your
human.
hands off him.
That's
Yeah.
my human. Like,
Put your hands off of him. He like that. They're good dogs. They're great dogs.
They are, man.
They're really great dogs.
If you wanted a good dog for kids,
I
man,
cannot tell you better dog breed than that right there.
And a lot of people get them just because they're big and, it's a statement or nothing. But I wanted a dog that was big, that could protect our home, and that would be good for the kids. And I had 2 candidates, English Mastiff or a Pit Bull. And they're both good. Pit Bulls are good. But,
we went the Mastiff, and now that
I've had both. I've had a Pit and I've had a Mastiff. And a Mastiff is a lot more calmer than a Pit. Now, a Pit's seems like they always got puppy in them, no matter how old they are. They get feisty.
Well, and that was the deal with Tater. That I had, you want to talk about little dogs. I had a Puggle, which is I'm sure some of you know what they are.
Looks like a miniature one of those.
For those that don't know, it's a Pug and a Beagle crossbred. It's a Puggle. And he was a little larger than a normal Pug, but he looked just like a baby Mastiff. Is what he looked like, a baby English Mastiff.
Could you say that was?
And man, that was the most irritating fucking dog I ever owned.
He had to be with you all the time. Had to be with you all the time.
If I left, he would literally tear the damn blinds down.
Bad separation anxiety. That one does too. That one does too. He'll sit at the window on the stairs.
When I leave and cry.
He'll sit and put his big old face on the windowsill, and he'll look out and he'll go, and he'll cry until Daddy gets back. It's funny.
He has severe separation anxiety.
I could be right here, but it ain't the same. Him and Rhett's got this special bond. If we ever split up, I guess you get the dog.
I don't know what I do that motherfucker. No, you keep him right here, and I ain't care.
He wouldn't know what to do without you.
I can't go around and put him in a 1-bedroom apartment somewhere.
You'd have to come borrow my truck and ride him around because that's what he likes. That dog loves to be took places too, and it's like. People will come up to us, and we have this old Ford Ranger, and he takes up the whole back of that Ford Ranger. He'll get in the back of that son of a bitch. People's like, "Oh, can I pet your dog? Can I touch your dog?" And I'm like,
"Can I take a picture of him?" And he'll go.
And he'll pose. He poses.
I get him home and try to get a video of him.
Can't do shit. Yeah.
He knows.
Bastard. I love him, though.
God, he makes me mad sometimes.
I had a pit bull around 150. That was Tonka. He was a big son of a bitch, wasn't he? Compared to the other pit bulls. I tell you how scary he was. Me and Rhett.
There's growers and there's showers, Lee. Let's just be honest.
I had this pit, and he was a tractor pulling pit. Basically, he was in competitions to pull weight, and he was built like a brick shit house, wasn't he? Tonka.
Oh, he was a beautiful dog.
Beautiful pit bull.
And good temperament. He's a really good dog.
He was a good dog. Me and Rhett was fucking one night. You remember that? Remember that?
God.
I'm telling the story about that shit. That was so funny.
Me and Ro had just met. And we were in her soon-to-be ex-husband's house on the furniture doing it. And that damn...
that dog heard my moans.
That dog run his nose up the crack of my ass while I...
Killed the mood.
Let me tell you about
when you had that big old dog.
You know about killing the mood. Boy, I jumped about 15 foot high. I've never been behind the kind of guy. So when it's in his cold, wet nose to the crack of my ass, I come up off that couch.
I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Your dog just put his
nose up my ass."
Well, Mama was sitting there. Mama
didn't your nose that big room.
It was huge. It was a huge pit. And
he was big.
He was a show pit. He was one of those you take to a show. I mean, he was built like a brick shit house. He had muscles bulging everywhere. He could hurt somebody if he wanted to. But we lost him on the 3rd of July, 2016.
Let him out for pee before the fireworks started because he was scared of loud noises. We let him out, and people started shooting fireworks a little bit early that evening. And by God, he never came back. But he was a beautiful dog to whoever got him.
And he wasn't fixed, too. Yeah, he was a good specimen of a pit. I mean, good temperament and everything. But I think dogs reflect their owner's personality somewhat, you know? It's like Brutus. We're so fucking laid back. It ain't even funny. And he's just got that, you know, that.
Yeah.
He don't care. He's cool.
Really laid back. Oh, Chubb. Bro, we could have a huge time with a bunch of hillbillies and damn coonasses to get together. I've worked with a bunch of y'all. I've had a lot of being an iron worker.
We can get y'all in our stream. It'd be viral.
I've been an iron worker all my life, Chubbs, and I've worked with some coonasses and Gages before. I know how they are. I've always got along with them. We'd have a blast,
Why
bro.
don't you get us some beer?
I'll go get more of them.
Let's go get some more beer. I gotta pay. I'll go get some.
I got a bill. My dog.
Yeah, I should have got mine fixed. I don't think I'd have lost him if I got him fixed. But if I never got him fixed and lost him, I'd never had Brutus.
No, listen, that wasn't what happened to that dog that night, though. I'm telling you.
Somebody got him.
That dog went out to piss before the fireworks started. And when the fireworks started, he run.
Yeah, but he
And
wasn't
there ain't no damn
fixed.
telling how far he ran, and we lost him.
Well, see, he wasn't fixed either. And let me tell you, if he caught sin of a female, he was caught 10 miles away from our house one time because he caught sin of a
He's
female.
a big, pretty son of a bitch, man. His chest was real wide, big, beautiful dog. Beautiful
You
dog.
see him, you'd be scared at first.
Even though I don't even like pets, I would have kept him because he was such a beautiful dog, man.
Yeah.
Pretty dog.
He was a rare breed, man. He really was. So whoever got him got a good specimen. But I'm going to go piss. I'll be back with some bird.
Yeah, why don't you get the beer? Make
I'll get
beer
the bird. I made it last time. There's beer cans.
But no,
everywhere.
Chubbs, that night, you know, old dog that's gun shy or scared of fireworks, Chubbs. This old dog was gun shy, man, and when we let him out, I let him out before dark.
This dog didn't cost
So
us
he
nothing.
could go and there was people popping off fireworks in there then. But then it kind of got dark and people really started shooting the fireworks, and he never come back. I hunted for the dog pounds. I went all around. I went all the neighbors. Nobody even seen. Everybody said they hadn't seen him. He was a beautiful dog. I mean, he's the kind of dog if he just wandered up on your damn back door out in the middle of nowhere, you keep him. So I figured maybe he wound up. What I hope is that he wound up in a better home. If not, he's in a better place. So that's the way it goes. A dog's a dog. See, I have a hard time getting it through the row. I was raised, my grandparents and stuff were big coon hunters and stuff, and had Walker hounds and all kinds of hounds. And they were rabbit hunters. They had beagles. I mean, my family had dogs. We had hunting dogs. And I've had labs for hunting dogs, duck dogs. And when a dog gets where he can't hunt no more, he won't hunt or whatever, so whatever the fuck's wrong keeps coming back to you, whatever, you kill him. I mean, I ain't trying to sound cruel, but it's just a dog. And it breaks your heart, sure it does. But I try not to get too goddamn emotional about my pets. Rose, like that deal with her honey, that mascot of hers, that was a bad deal because I was really attached to her too, because she was such a rare creature that she just captivated me. But if it's just a normal dog or a cat or a rabbit or a fox or a deer or a bear or a hog, it's an animal, guys. It's an animal. Just the way I was raised. I guess I was raised too country ass. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Chubbs. Old dog won't hunt or something, man. Old dog keeps coming back to you that's gun shower stuff, and you got 6 other pups over here you're trying to train. This one won't do this one. You kill them. It's a dog. It's a hunting dog. That's what they do with them, guys. If they don't hunt and they're not quality like they want, let me clue you in on something about people who hunt dogs. They get rid of them. That's what they do. They get rid of them. That's what you do. That's why you have pure breeds and stuff. People get rid of them. Don't get me wrong, I love animals, man. I love them. You can tell I do. I mean, but I ain't gonna use for them animals. Even though Brutus is lazy, that motherfucker is. He pulls his own weight.
This is yours.
He pulls his own weight. What?
A bird.
Even though Brutus is lazy, that motherfucker pulls his own weight. I mean, so. Because let me tell you, about every 3 or 4 hours, he won't out of the house and he'll get out and you watch him.
He'll patrol the area.
He'll walk all the way up around the edge of the property. He'll go down behind the neighbor's house and he'll make a big loop. He'll come back down around by the road. His ass comes right back over that back door and he'll lay down.
I washed my hands, guys.
That's an English Mastiff in him. Those English Mastiffs.
They were trained to guard.
That's what they were trained to do.
They were trained to guard big estates, and they were trained that if they found an intruder, just to put them to the ground.
Pin them so you can get there.
Yeah, they're not trained to attack.
They're not an attack. That motherfucker, only thing he'll attack is a biscuit with a piece of sausage on it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll attack that. No, really, he will bite you over that baby though.
Yeah, he will.
He bite you over the baby.
Over the kids any time of day.
He bite you over the kids. And he knows we're sitting here talking about it. He keeps raising him eyebrows.
Yeah, he
up.
looks at us.
He knows.
And I never got my dogs from breeders. I went on Craigslist on both of them.
The story on that was we were going to buy this dog. We were going to pay like $2,000 for it. And the job Rose was supposed to get at the nuclear plant down here. The nuclear power plant didn't come through. She didn't get the job because of a clearance problem or whatever. And she called the lady and told her, look, I'm not, I didn't get that job that I thought I was going to be getting her bonus with it, the sign-on bonus with it. So I'm not going to be able to get that dog. I want to let you know. And she said, well, I'll tell you what. She said, the owner is dying of cancer. And he's not able to take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more about finding him a good home than it is the money. And he's still young, so we want to give him somebody. We've kind of got to know you guys and your family and stuff. So we want to go ahead. You just come on down here and get him. We'll meet you in Chattanooga.
Yep, it's from
So drove to Chattanooga, and the lady gave her the dog and the papers, the AKC papers, and everything. He's all registered. He's full-blooded. And in my defense, I didn't realize how big a 200-pound fucking dog really was. I've always heard people say, oh, that dog weighed 120 pounds. That dog weighed 150 pounds. Bullshit. Let me tell you, when you see a 150 or a 200-pound dog, there is not no goddamn mistaking in your mind what you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
They are huge. And when Roe came walking down the sidewalk with him on a leash, my goddamn mouth dropped up, and I was like,
I told you they're big.
I said, what in the hell are we going to do with that? She said, love him and call him George. I said, well.
Yeah, look at him.
What you mean? And
come here. Come on.
He,
watch it. Yeah,
oh, that's so nasty, bro.
No, it's not. It's my doggy. I'm feeding my doggy. And he don't bite me or nothing.
He's gentle.
Very, very
baby.
friendly.
He's very baby, big
I
baby.
like my fingers. I know you do. I know. Like them.
He wants to get in your lap.
I know.
He will be.
He don't understand.
But,
He can't.
He, anyway, they gave him to us, and after
free.
I've had one, I will never own any other kind. I'd rather not have a dog at all is to not have him. I mean, no kidding.
He's our baby. Along with the kids, he's our big kid. I mean, they too do require a lot of
Yeah,
food. Don't get me
The
wrong.
Belgian Shepherds are smart, Joe.
Come here. Come on up here. Hello, your mama. He knows not to get on furniture, so he's pretty hesitant about climbing up here.
Yeah, those Catahoula are cool dogs. I've seen those on. We looked at all dog breeds.
I like the Dojo, Argentina, the Dogo or Dojo.
We looked at all
Boy.
kinds of dog breeds, and honestly, we wanted a big dog, and
Yeah.
the opportunity came up to get him, and so we jumped on it. And I'm gonna tell you, really, I would just soon not even have a dog. It's not to have a English Mastiff or a Mastiff. He's a
And
big
look at this.
baby.
This is my hand. I can show it without messing it up.
You can.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand, buddy.
You
He ain't gonna do it. He's on camera.
Now
He knows he's on camera. He won't do it. Little ass. I love you
He's a
though.
real cat. Honestly,
character.
really, he knows when you got a camera on him.
He don't like it.
He don't like it.
He don't
does
like the
not
camera. Do you? You won't give me love and you know you on camera and you won't do it. Come on. Give me love. Look at the way he's looking at me. Give me love to you.
He's was it my thumbnail or whatever, my little logo or whatever?
Yeah, your avatar.
That's his close up. My avatar. That's his close up of Brutus.
Yeah.
He is massive. He really is.
People can't get over how big his head's the size of a basketball. No shit. I mean, he really is big, and they do require a lot of food. Don't get me wrong, but we make sure we feed our dog well. And
Hey, I go to Tractor Supply. I can get a 54-pound of a bag of dog food.
it lasts about 2 weeks.
No, it lasts about three and a half. Because with the table scraps we get
Yeah.
and stuff, it lasts about 3 weeks, and it's 20. So it's about $30 a week to feed him, about $1 a day. He's not. I wouldn't take anything in the world for him. If it wasn't for him, the damn deer and coyotes would be taking over.
Oh
down there.
man, the deer and coyotes don't know what to think about him.
No, they don't like Brutus. He's too big.
It's too big for them to take
They'll
home.
look at him and they're like, oh, fuck, what is that?
We've seen it. We've watched
Yeah,
it.
they look and they're like, oh,
And he
God,
protects his property too. He won't let them come past. We've watched them come to him and him sit there and growl and show his
They
teeth.
kind of sit back and go like,
We're like, maybe we shouldn't do that one. Watching our catfish water.
He's a nasty bastard.
I love my nasty bastard.
He's another lake. He's gonna drink the pond
He's another
water.
lady. He's
He's
gonna drink the pond water. I cleaned out my tanks and I got a bucket full
I'll let
of
you know
mommy
I'm playing
water.
with you, buddy.
I got a bucket full of mommy water over here. He's like, I think I'm gonna drink that. I think he wants to burst.
Oh, Lee, no shit. Chubbs, I ain't kidding you, dude. When I realized how big this fucking, and we were in a 2-bedroom apartment, government subsidized apartment.
Wasn't even allowed to have a dog.
Wasn't even allowed to have a dog over 20
Camp.
pounds, and this
Yeah.
image weighed like 220. And oh my God.
You know what's funny though?
We
Every
knew we
time,
were getting out in a month or so. So
we got him anyway.
we went ahead and got him, but.
But the thing was, it's so funny because when we let him out, he would play with these cats and cats and dogs.
Kittens, dogs.
He would play with them, and he was so gentle. Even the neighbors like, I love your dog. He plays with mine. He don't hurt him. And he was super gentle with the smaller it was, the more gentle he was. It was
Honestly,
weird.
he's rougher with kids than he is another animal. He wants to get up in that kid's lap in their arm.
If you're blowing bubbles, get away from him. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Ro will get bubbles for the kids and blow them.
I can't do it. For
We'll have
kids
to do a
no more.
video on that.
I already did.
I will do another. He is
He loves his bubbles.
he gets carried away after those bubbles, Jason. Big baby.
If you don't blow him fast enough, he bites you. He does it. Well, he'll genuinely bite your ass if you don't blow him fast enough.
Oh yeah, I know.
He attacks me. I've been on the porch blowing those bubbles, and he got to where he would attack me.
If you
Attack.
don't throw, like when you're throwing a ball for him
If you don't throw it fast
and he
enough.
brings it back to you, if you don't get rid of it so much quick enough, he'll jump all over you to get it.
Knock you
And
to the
knock you
ground.
to the damn ground. He hurts you, man.
He'll hurt you, and he don't mean to. He's just playing.
He's just playing. He's just being a big baby.
We tell people all the time, 'cause they'll come here.
Don't play with that motherfucker.
We'll tell him they'll pick up one of his toys, and he'll look at him. I say, "Don't put it down. Drop it."
Just
Drop it.
that
Just
motherfucker.
drop it.
Don't even play
And they're
with
like, "Why?" And I said,
it.
"Don't
Too
play with
big
him."
to
He's
play
silly.
with, man.
And everybody thinks they can. So they'll
Oh,
pick up
yeah.
a toy. They'll
I
pick
can
up a
play
toy. I can play with it. I can do it. I can handle this stuff. They'll pick up a toy and get ready to throw it. And before they can even throw it, he's got them to the ground.
Looks like a linebacker hitting a quarterback in the back. Boom.
And we're like, "We told
Tack,
you
I
not
told
to do
you.
that." He goes, "God damn, the dog's so big." I'm like, "Well, we told
He
you."
does. He
You
looks like
gotta-
Mean Joe Green hitting the quarterback in the goddamn back and tackles him, you know. Like, God,
He
damn,
does.
I told you. They go, oh, it hurt my shoulder. It hurt my
Well,
elbow. I
fuck.
told you, man.
Told
Put
you.
it down.
It's usually his drunk buddies that come here and think they can handle it.
Aria
Just
walks
like
through
that.
him and does like AJ walks through him and does like this because his tail.
Yeah, he's,
Up topic, bro.
that tail's that big and round.
Topic, bro.
And he knocks shit over just walking around.
He'll walk around and get to talk that tail and you're like, stop, dude. Go on.
He's funny. He's a trip though. And Rhett's got footage of me when we was in that apartment.
I've got
I'd
a
go
lot
to
of
sleep.
footage of you, bro.
Well, you got footage of I need the footage I'm referring to. but I know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Anyway.
I was talking about just him sleeping with me. And he's got pictures of me and the kids all sleeping in the same bed with that dog. And that dog would sleep with you, and he'd like to lay his head on your head. And his head's so big. Rhett's got pictures of me laying in bed. You can't see my head because the dog's got his head on mine. And mine's smushed down and shit, and I'd be completely out of it. But he loves his mommy and daddy, don't he?
Oh, he's funny.
Very loyal dog. Very leery of strangers. He don't like someone. It don't matter who the fuck you are. If you ain't here 24/7, you're not family. And that's why he looks at it. Even my other kids, when they come to visit, there's rules because
Yeah, he don't like all that shit now.
even if they play with the other kids, they got to be careful because he looks at them as outsiders. And
I
bite
tried
their
to
ass.
tell Alex that a bunch of times, but he's like 12 years old. And I kept telling him, I said, Alex, you don't stay here all the time. You're a stranger to him, honestly. I mean, he knows you, but he don't know you well enough to let you jump and play around them babies to make them cry and be mean to him. He won't put up with that, and he
No.
won't now. He wouldn't. And he bit him to 3 damn times.
He's bit me when I've gotten onto him.
That told me a lot about it. I bit him 3 or 4 times. Not bit him, but like,
Yeah,
of course he'd come crying. Oh,
it does hurt a little.
leave him the fuck alone. Leave the kids alone.
There's been times when I went to whip the kids, and he's gotten in between
Yeah,
me and the
he
kids.
don't like that shit. And you
He
get to
don't like me
hollering or yelling and really
You
loud.
get to
and
carrying on, and
stuff. And he gets stood up.
I'll
He
get
don't
to
like
playing with the kids and chase them around the house, and he'll bite me. I can chase the kids around the house right now. And hit
There
the
is a
shit
little
out of
old toy that Roe bought last Christmas for one kid.
me. Okay,
And it's
bye.
like a hand-controlled helicopter. You hold your hand above it, you push down, it goes down, you raise it up, you rise. Controlled by your hand, by motion. And
He freaks out.
when you pick
If
that
you hear that
motherfucker up,
sound,
he
he
will
bites
eat
you.
you up. He'll bite you over it. He'll bite you.
you.
He will bite your hand off. Oh God!
If he
he'll bite
just hears the sound, it's like when I got on that RC car that
He's
had that
like,
same sound. Anytime you got electronic little motor going in a little RC car, if he hears that sound, he'll attack you. So nobody can come in here and have an RC car or anything or that noise on because as soon as he hears
All right,
it,
Ian. Be careful,
attack
man,
mode.
and get them done, buddy.
got a notification. Maybe it's wildlife people.
No, it's a USC.
Apparently, they're not too damn concerned about it.
Something about coronavirus. I'm tired of hearing about that shit too. Oh,
We had a neighbor kid over here the other day. Said, "Oh, me and my family's been exposed to it."
I
I said,
got
"What the-"
exposed to Wendy's the other day. They sent me out.
I said, "Why the fuck are you here
What you
sitting in
doing
my
over here
chair?
then?
Get the fuck out of here!"
Out of here,
Fuck. It was kind of like
Kind of pissed me off, really, to be honest with you. It was serious went live.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Maybe we ought to do a raid if you're ready to call it.
They ain't no people. I don't think they even right. They ain't just a few of us on here. I'm about to
There's
scream
12 of
out.
us on here.
Well, there's what?
12 of us on
Is
here.
there? Well, yeah, there is. Isn't
Y'all want to go catch out Catfish Terry? He just came live. Maybe I ought to raid his stream.
we can do that.
The Massey raid,
A Rhett and Row raid.
Rhett and Row raid. Hashtag. I love raiding other people's streams. Rhett and Row raid right there. We can do hashtag Rhett and Row raid on Catfish if you want to. Because when I seen those kids,
I'm that screwed out, guys. No kidding.
I'm ready for a nap.
Or grabbing a hot dog or something for lunch. And,
Taking a nap.
yeah, calm day for even for a little while, but it cools off a little bit outside.
Yeah, you probably won't see us there. We're probably just going to take a nap. When I looked at the kids in there, I
I'll
was
go over
probably,
there for a minute.
I'm not. I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired.
Say hello and hit the like button.
All right, let's go over to Catfish Terry with the Rhett and Row raid. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
See y'all.
All right, guys. Love you. I've had a great time.
See you, Chubbs. Man, I've had a big time.
See you next time. Bye, guys. Lee says, good day, Lord Chubbs.